build your own file dashboard in Google Drive.
This week we're focusing again on tips to save us time. In today's video we're going to look at how you can easily locate and access Google Files quickly. For some of us who work on many documents, we have different ways of accessing our files. Perhaps you have a range of bookmarks, or even have a folder of bookmarks. These can very quickly become confusing and don't translate to your on-the-go devices. Perhaps you work in a Google shared drive, with a project-specific drive that is beautifully organized into layers of parent and child folders. But these too can quickly get clogged with single-use or archive documents, when really you have 5 key documents that you access regularly. Check out the Priority section in Google Drive. Using the Priority Drive, you can access the Suggested Files section, where the inbuilt machine learning will suggest files based on your usage patterns and on collaborator actions such as comments or assigning tasks. In addition, you can create workspaces which are like your own little file dashboards within Google Drive. Priority is located at the top of your Google Drive. Clicking on the tab, you can firstly see Google suggested files across the top here. I can see that Mary has made a comment on a file recently, and Google is also suggesting documents that I may have opened in the past week or that are opened regularly on this day of the week or at this time of the day. Suggested files can be hidden by clicking the chevron, giving more space to see my workspaces below. Create a workspace. Using a workspace, you can add important or frequently accessed files to a particular area. Adding these files to your workspace will not change the file's location and will have no effect on the permissions of that file. These workspaces are personal to you. None of your collaborators can access your workspaces, and it is not possible to see from the file that it has been added to a workspace. Here are some of my current workspaces. Each workspace has a name, and each workspace contains a different amount of files and various file types. You can see my workspaces are arranged alphabetically, and the files appear within the workspace box. Because of this, changing the view options at the top of the Google Drive will not affect the area containing the workspaces. Click on View Workspace to see the file list in a pop-out. Files will appear in last modified order. Creating a workspace is very easy. First, select the Create button. Name your workspace and click Create. The pop-out now prompts you to add files to your workspace. Click Add Files to access a drawer menu of all the areas and files in your Google Drive. Select multiple files by holding down Ctrl while selecting and use the Insert button to add them to your workspace. A workspace can help simplify or distill a large shared drive folder by creating a quick access area with links to the essential files that you require on a regular basis. For example, here, I may access the claim evaluation tracker every day, but I might not look at the public liability docs or the liability insurance certification ever again. By adding the tracker to a workspace, I can speed up my time to access on this file, and once all the required files are added, click Done to complete your workspace. Your workspace will appear, and you can click on the file links within the workspace to quickly open your file. As an organic working area, you will need from time to time to add or remove files. Files can be removed by clicking the hot dog menu beside the workspace name and selecting Remove from Workspace. Clicking into the workspace, you can access the Add Files button and add any new working files that come on stream. Be mindful there is a 25 file limit to your workspace, and once you reach that number of files, you will see a warning. Files can also be added to our workspace whilst we work in other areas of the Drive ecosystem. When coming across a file you need to add to a workspace, right-click on the file or use the hot dog menu. Hover over Organise and choose Add this file to Workspace. You can see here that from within the workspace, I also have a number of actions I can take directly on the file, such as sharing permissions, organising the file, or accessing file information. If I take action here, I will be changing the file's location or permissions wherever it is stored in the Google Drive ecosystem. That said, it's important to remember that simply adding a file to a workspace does not change its locations or its permissions within My Drive or shared drives. To demonstrate, if I look at my press release here and click File Information and Show File Location, I can see that this file is still located in the press release folder. Adding it to my workspace has simply created a personal link that I can use to access the document in its original location. Now you've created your first workspace, let's see what more you can do with it. You can rename your workspace. From the hot dog menu next to the workspace name, select the option to rename and in the pop-out, make the required edit. I have chosen to add a numerical prefix. This can help locate my workspace further up or down the priority drive. As Google will automatically organise workspaces alphabetically, by using an alpha or numerical prefix, I can order my workspace as desired. I might wish to hide my workspace. Starting again from the hot dog menu beside the workspace title, select the central option, Hide Workspace. I receive a notification that my workspace is now hidden and an indicator of where to find it. At the bottom of the priority drive, hidden workspaces can be revealed by clicking the chevron, and here I can unhide my workspace. Google Drive confirms the action and my workspace reappears amongst my live unhidden spaces. This way, if a project goes on hold, or if access to a particular workspace is not required for a period of time, I can hide and then unhide this workspace. I may wish to remove my workspace. Once again, click the hot dog menu and select Remove Workspace. You will see a prompt warning you that you are about to delete the workspace. This prompt advises that your workspace will be permanently removed. Unlike when you bin a file, there is no 30-day retention period on a workspace once it is deleted. Deleting the workspace, however, will not delete the file. The file remains in its original location. All we are doing is removing the link inside our priority drive that brings us to the file in its original location. Click Remove and you will receive notification that the workspace has been removed. There is no undo on your notification as the workspace is deleted permanently once you confirm the removal. So you can quickly rename a document. We advise alpha or numeric prefixes if you want to create a specific order. If your project is on hold or finished, you can hide a workspace until that project becomes live again. And if you no longer need your workspace, you can safely delete the workspace without any concern that the files will be affected. One last consideration in creating your workspace. It is possible to set the priority section on Google Drive as your home page. This gives you instant access when you open Google Drive. To complete this action, click the cog on the Google bar, access Settings, scroll just past halfway on the Settings options to the Suggested Files section. Select Make Priority my default homepage and navigate back to Drive. Now, when you access Drive, the application will open in priority rather than My Drive, with your file dashboard ready to go. We hope this tech tip speeds up your access to essential documentation, a handy function for teams that work across multiple projects at the same time. Let us know how you got on, and until next week, see you then.